Don't come to the party. Mom says you're not welcome. The text from my husband hit me like a hammer. My hands trembled, and for a moment, I couldn't breathe. I had just transferred 30,000 euros to cover his mother's birthday celebration, the party, the decorations, the catering, everything. And this was the thank you? I stared at the screen. My thumb hovered over the reply button. I wanted to scream. I wanted to call him. I wanted to throw my phone across the room. But I typed carefully. Okay, honey. One word. Calm. Neutral. Silent rage behind it. I set the phone down and went to the kitchen, my heart racing. How could they treat me like this? My name is Samantha Clark, 34 years old, living in Chicago. I married David Clark, 36, 2 years ago. On paper, everything looked perfect. He was charming, successful, and attentive, or so I thought. His mother, Evelyn Clark, was complicated. Controlling, judgmental, and used to getting her way. The first time I met her, she had scanned me from head to toe and said, "I hope you know how things work in this family." I laughed nervously. I had no idea how much those words would come to define the next few years. A week ago, I had decided to go all out for Evelyn's birthday. A luxury banquet hall in downtown Chicago. Designer floral arrangements. A live jazz band. Catered dinner with all of Evelyn's favorite dishes. A custom gold cake with her initials and age engraved. All of this came to 30,000 euros, my savings from my small online business. I didn't complain. I wanted her to be happy. I thought it would finally earn me her respect. I emailed David the bank transfer receipt. I called him to double-check everything. He said, "She'll love it, Sam. Trust me." And then came the text, the one that tore my world apart. "Don't come to the party. Mom says you're not welcome." I read it 3 times. Not welcome. After everything. David didn't apologize. He didn't explain. He just added, "Please don't make a scene." I laughed bitterly. Laughing felt better than crying at that moment. I felt rage boiling inside me. My stomach churned. My head ached. But beneath the anger, there was a strange sense of clarity. They think I will just stay quiet. They think I'll accept being humiliated after giving 30,000 euros. I shook my head. No, not this time. I sat at my dining table, opened my laptop, and started typing. Emails to caterers, decorators, and the band. Everything was still booked under my name. A small, satisfying smirk crept across my face. I didn't need anyone's permission to make the night unforgettable. And then I thought, if Evelyn wants to exclude me, maybe it's time she learned what happens when someone underestimates me. 1 hour after David's text, I sent him a reply. Not with words, but with action. I confirmed the DJ to arrive an hour early. I arranged a surprise performance that Evelyn would never expect. I ordered a luxury gift basket delivered to her house before the party, addressed from a secret admirer. And finally, I called my closest friends. Come to the party. You're invited. And don't tell David I sent the invite. The thrill of it made my heart race. I wasn't going to be ignored. Not tonight. David had thought he could control me. Evelyn had thought she could humiliate me. Tonight, they would see a side of Samantha Clark that no one dared cross. The party was about to start. The 30,000 euros was spent. But the real cost, their pride, was about to be paid in full. The night of Evelyn's birthday arrived, and Chicago's skyline glittered like it knew secrets were about to unfold. Samantha Clark, calm, composed, and yes, secretly thrilled, stepped into the banquet hall. The lights were dimmed, the music softly playing, and everything looked perfect. Every detail she had arranged with her own money was flawless. Yet the thrill wasn't just in perfection, it was in the surprise that no one expected. David was already there, speaking with some guests. He looked over his shoulder and froze. And then he saw her. Samantha. Standing at the entrance, glowing in a soft champagne-colored dress, holding her head high. His eyes widened. She's here. He hadn't expected it. He had thought his text, "Don't come to the party," would keep her away. Evelyn's face, however, was priceless. She had been mingling near the cake table when she noticed Samantha walk in. Her mouth dropped open. Why are you here?" she demanded, but her voice trembled. Samantha smiled politely. "Good evening, Evelyn," she said sweetly. "I just wanted to make sure everything was perfect for your special day." David's joy tightened. One by one, Samantha's friends entered the hall. They were the people Evelyn had never seen before, smart, confident, and ready to celebrate. "Surprise," Samantha said, her smile radiant. Evelyn's eyes went wide. How did you?" she started, but Samantha interrupted. "Oh, I arranged it myself," Samantha said. "Catering, music, decorations. Everything is exactly what you wanted." The room erupted in polite applause. David looked around, speechless, realizing that every guest there had come because Samantha invited them. Then the first shock arrived. A large gift basket was delivered to Evelyn's table. From a secret admirer, the waiter announced. Evelyn opened it. Expensive wines, rare chocolates, a personalized necklace engraved with her initials. She froze. David leaned over, whispering, "Samantha." She nodded subtly, giving him a knowing glance. "Yes, that's exactly me." As the jazz band started playing, Samantha gave a signal. The lead singer leaned forward. "This next song is for someone very special," he said. And then the performance began, a live montage of memories projected onto a screen, showing all the effort Samantha had put in for Evelyn, her generosity, and her calm grace. Guests gasped. Some whispered. Evelyn turned pale. She had tried to humiliate Samantha. She had tried to control the situation. And now, the room was applauding Samantha's generosity and composure, not Evelyn's. David finally found his voice, but it was small. "Samantha." "No, David," she said, stopping him gently. "This isn't about you. This isn't about anyone else. Tonight is about showing kindness, even when it's not returned." Evelyn could only stare, completely speechless. Samantha moved through the party, talking to guests, laughing, sharing stories. Every action demonstrated calm power, a strength that came from knowing her worth. David realized something painful. He had underestimated her. Just when Evelyn thought she had regained control, the catering manager approached her. "Mrs. Clark," he said politely, "this donation was made in your name, but the check came from Ms. Samantha Clark personally." Evelyn's face went red. David's eyes widened. Samantha, standing nearby, smiled softly. "Yes," she said. "I wanted to make sure the night was perfect, and that everyone had a memorable time. I hope you enjoy it." The room erupted in applause again, this time louder. Evelyn had no words. David's mind raced. She spent €30,000 and came back stronger. Not bitter. Not upset. But calm and control. Samantha had won the battle without raising her voice, without confrontation. But Evelyn wasn't done. Later that night, when the guests were leaving, Evelyn pulled Samantha aside and said something that no one expected, and it would change everything about their relationship forever. What she said next would either break Samantha or finally make her feel vindicated. The party was winding down. Guests were leaving, laughter and music fading into the background. Samantha was helping the staff tidy up when Evelyn approached her, face pale and lips pressed into a thin line. "Can we talk?" Evelyn's voice was sharp but restrained. Samantha nodded politely, following her to a quiet corner of the hall. David noticed them and tried to intervene, but Samantha held up a hand. "This is between me and her." Evelyn stopped, took a deep breath and said, "Listen carefully, Samantha. I don't want you in this family anymore. Not in our events, not in David's life, not anywhere." Samantha's chest tightened. She had expected resistance, maybe anger, but this cold, calculated dismissal hit differently. And yet, Evelyn continued, voice softening just enough to be dangerous, "I want to give you one last chance. Either you leave everything behind, including the money you spent tonight, and apologize, or you are completely out forever." Samantha blinked. The words hung heavy in the air. David's joy tightened. He had nothing to say. He looked at Samantha, silently pleading. Samantha felt heat rising in her chest. Everything she had done, every sacrifice, every effort, was being dismissed. Her hands clenched, but her voice stayed calm. "Evelyn," she said slowly, "let me be very clear. I didn't spend that money to earn your approval. I spent it because I wanted to do something kind. I didn't ask for your gratitude. I didn't ask for your permission. And I certainly will not apologize for being generous or confident. Evelyn's face darkened. You think you can just waltz in and show me up? She hissed. I didn't show you up, Samantha replied evenly. I showed everyone what generosity and grace look like. Something you seem to have forgotten. David shifted uncomfortably. Evelyn's expression softened slightly, but only a little. You've overstepped, Samantha. This isn't about money. This is about respect. Samantha's eyes narrowed. Respect is earned, Evelyn. And you've lost the chance to earn mine a long time ago. Tonight wasn't about you, it was about showing what I am capable of. I am not here to please you. I am here to live my life and make decisions with integrity. She paused, letting the words sink in. And if you think you can scare me with ultimatums, you are wrong. Completely wrong. David finally spoke, his voice shaky but firm. Mom, she's right, he said. I should have defended her. I should have told you that she was helping, not trying to take over. I failed her before, and I won't let it happen again. Evelyn gasped. Samantha looked at David. For the first time in months, she felt a flicker of trust. You're learning, David, she said softly. But you still have a lot to prove. Samantha turned to Evelyn one last time. This is my final word, Evelyn. I will not apologize. I will not retract my gift. I will not be intimidated. You can continue to dislike me all you want, but I will not let anyone control me, not even you. I am leaving this party now, but not in defeat. I am leaving knowing I did the right thing. She walked past Evelyn, past David, and out into the night. The crowd outside had started to thin. Samantha took a deep breath. The cool air never felt so good. A week later, Evelyn reached out to David. Sam, she didn't apologize, Evelyn said, voice almost grudging. David smiled faintly. She doesn't need to. She's strong. And I respect her for it. Samantha, meanwhile, was organizing a small private celebration with her friends, a night where she didn't have to bow to anyone, a night where she could be fully herself. And for the first time, Samantha realized something important. Respect and power are not given, they are taken. And nothing, not even 30,000 euros or a cold ultimatum, could take away her strength. But the story isn't over. Evelyn is still plotting, David is still learning, and Samantha discovers something shocking in the following weeks, something that could change her life and her marriage forever. Will she finally get the recognition she deserves, or will Evelyn's schemes push her too far? 2 weeks had passed since Evelyn's birthday party. Samantha had returned to her daily routine, managing her online business, meeting friends, and trying to enjoy life without letting the chaos of her in-laws' drama invade her peace. She thought she had survived the worst, but she hadn't seen this coming. It was a quiet Thursday morning. Samantha was sipping coffee at her kitchen counter when her phone buzzed. A private message from an unknown number. Samantha, you need to know the truth about David. Call me before it's too late. Her hand trembled slightly. Something about the tone made her uneasy. She replied cautiously. Who is this? I'm someone who works closely with your husband at his office. I've seen emails, messages, and transfers. He's hiding something from you. Something big. Samantha's coffee went cold. She hadn't expected this. She had assumed David's loyalty was genuine after the party showdown. Big, she typed. Explain. Meet me at the cafe on 5th and Main in 1 hour. Alone. Don't tell anyone. Samantha's pulse quickened. An hour later, Samantha entered the small, quiet cafe. She spotted a man in a gray suit sitting in a corner, sliding an envelope across the table as she approached. I didn't expect you to show, he said, eyes serious. I need answers, Samantha replied firmly. He nodded. Open it. All of it is proof. Inside the envelope were emails, bank statements, and screenshots, all pointing to David secretly transferring money every month to an account she had never seen. Her heart pounded. What is this? She asked, voice shaking. The account belongs to Evelyn, the man explained. Your husband has been secretly paying for her personal expenses, tens of thousands every month, outside of what you spend or know about. Samantha felt betrayal mixed with fury. She had already given 30,000 euros for the birthday party, thinking she was helping, and now she realized David had been secretly feeding his mother's indulgences all along. Samantha didn't wait. That evening, she confronted David. "Explain this," she demanded, slamming the envelope on the table. David's face drained of color. "Sam, I can explain. I want the truth," Samantha said. "Everything. No excuses." He swallowed hard. "Evelyn, she asked me to handle some of her bills secretly. I didn't want to worry you. I thought it was easier this way." "Easier? You call hiding tens of thousands of dollars easier?" Samantha's voice rose, though she tried to keep control. "Do you have any idea how humiliating that feels? I just gave 30,000 euros for her birthday. I worked hard for that money." David's eyes filled with guilt. I wanted to protect you from stress, Sam. I thought it was helping." "Helping," she repeated, her voice icy. "Or controlling. This is not helping. This is manipulation. You've let her control our life, our money, and now me. I trusted you, David. And you lied." David tried to reach for her hand, but Samantha pulled away. "You have to understand something," she said firmly. "Trust isn't a gift. It's earned. And you've broken it again." Tears welled up in her eyes, but she kept her voice steady. "I won't be ignored, lied to, or humiliated. Not for anyone. Not for your mother. Not for you." David's guilt was visible. He realized she wasn't just angry, she was taking back control of her life and their marriage. Samantha left the room, letting David sit with his guilt. She needed space. She needed clarity. She needed to think. Her mind raced. Do I fight to save this marriage? Or do I finally walk away and protect myself from the manipulation and lies? For the first time in months, Samantha felt her own power. Not money. Not gestures. Not gifts. Her own voice and choices mattered more than anyone else's control. Samantha was about to make a life-changing decision, one that would determine not just her relationship with David, but the rest of her life. Will she stay and demand honesty and respect, or will she walk away and reclaim her independence completely? Samantha spent the night thinking. She couldn't sleep, not because of anger, but because she realized how much power she had over her own life. She didn't need permission from David or Evelyn to set boundaries. By morning, her decision was clear. Samantha didn't rush. She carefully crafted her next steps. She would confront Evelyn directly, not with rage, but with calm authority. She would confront David, forcing him to choose honesty over avoidance. She would take control of the money, the house, and her own life, without being manipulated anymore. She dressed sharply, classic black dress, simple jewelry, confident posture, and drove to Evelyn's mansion. Evelyn opened the door, looking surprised. "Samantha, what are you doing here?" "I came to speak with you," Samantha said evenly. "About control, lies, and respect." Evelyn scoffed. "I don't have time for this drama." "You've been manipulating me, David, and this family for years," Samantha said firmly. "Hiding money, spreading rules, deciding who is welcome and who isn't. But I am done being controlled. Done." Evelyn's eyes narrowed. "And what will you do, Samantha?" she asked. "Tonight, I decide the terms," Samantha replied. "No ultimatums. No manipulations. You either treat me with respect or I walk away completely." Evelyn gasped, anger flashing. "You think you can threaten me?" Samantha smiled faintly. "Not threaten. I'm stating facts. And this time, it's final." As they argued, David walked in, surprised to see Samantha there. "Sam." He started. "David," Samantha said, cutting him off, "I want honesty. All of it. No more lies, no more secret accounts, no more manipulation." David's face turned pale. I don't know if I can fix this." "You can start by admitting the truth and taking responsibility," Samantha said. He nodded slowly. "You're right. I hid money from you because I was scared of Mom's reaction. But I realize now, hiding it hurt you more than helping anyone." Samantha looked at him carefully. For the first time, she saw genuine remorse. Samantha took a deep breath and addressed Evelyn one last time. "Evelyn, I don't need your approval. I don't need your gratitude. I only need respect, and if you can't give it, then I will step out of this family." And I won't look back. Evelyn's face paled. She realized for the first time that Samantha wasn't afraid of her anymore. David stepped forward. Mom, she's right. I can't let you control her anymore. I choose honesty. I choose Samantha. Evelyn's joy tightened. She opened her mouth, then closed it. Words failed her. Samantha turned to David. Are you really ready to commit to honesty? I am, he said firmly. No more lies, no more secrets. I promise. Samantha nodded. Finally, the power balance had shifted. Samantha returned home that evening, calm and confident. She checked her bank accounts, took control of her finances, and felt a sense of freedom she hadn't felt in years. David called later that night. Sam, I'm sorry. I should have always trusted and supported you. I was wrong. I know, Samantha replied. But actions speak louder than words. Show me. Don't just say it. And for the first time, David realized that earning respect would take effort, not excuses. Samantha learned something invaluable that night. Respect is earned through actions, not money. Power comes from self-confidence and boundaries. True loyalty shows in choices, not words. And no one, not even your husband or mother-in-law, can take away your dignity if you stand firm. Samantha's life had changed forever. She had faced betrayal, manipulation, and humiliation and came out stronger, wiser, and unshakable. If this story inspired you, shocked you, or reminded you of your own strength, like this story, comment below. Have you ever faced manipulation like Samantha? Share with someone who needs to hear that standing firm is not arrogance, it's self-respect. Samantha didn't just survive. She took back control, redefined her marriage, and reclaimed her life. And that's the power of knowing your worth and never settling for anything less.